Welcome back to MK Tonight. I'm Richard. She is Belle. It's Friday the 13th of April, and well, if you've escaped the day without anything going wrong, then great. We're talking all things spooky and out of the ordinary. And at the moment, we're talking about numerology. We've got lovely Linda here, who's been telling me that I'm a gentle giant just by doing numbers with my name and surname. I've got good business sense. I promote fantastic changes in business, or I've got the potential to, and I'm very diplomatic, and I would agree with all those.
I'm sure you would.
Yes, because they're all quite positive. If she would have been horrible to me, I perhaps wouldn't have.
Anne's with us as well, our sofa skeptic for tonight. Anne, just briefly, what do you make of all this?
I'm afraid it's nothing that's impressed me so far, sorry. It's very much standard cold reading techniques. You come out with statements that flatter people and can apply to most people generally. And I don't know if you noticed, but the statement where you queried it, the answer was, well, you've got the potential to be that, so even if you feel it's not true, it's then, oh, well, that will be in the future.
But like astrology, we love a bit of that.
Yeah.
We love it.
It's good fun.
And if you read something like that, whether you believe it or not, it might make you move on to be a bit more positive and such.
Well, this is the thing. It can help you and can push you to move on instead of staying stagnant in your life. And you do have the ability, there's a part of you that will hold on and not go forward because there's a bit of fear there.
Linda, what did you make of me?
Right.
Dare I ask?
Isabel, you are the girl who's really got the ambition and drive. I really see that, and it was quite clear. If there's a leader here, you are. You are really good.
I'd to call that bossy. But,
Yeah, it can have two meanings.
You're determined, mentally strong, reliable. You really are the salt of the earth.
Okay, that's good.
we're both of us are coming out quite positive. Do some people come out negative?
There's always a negative side to everything. There's a negative side to you, and that can be a lot of indulgence.
There's nothing wrong with a bit of indulgence, that's what I say.
As long as it's done with limitations and you don't go to excess, because you're actually going to ruin the potential that you have to move forward. You're an incredibly curious person. You're always ready to learn. There are times when you need to think before you act. Think a little bit. It just might...
Okay, that is interesting.
So calm the coals a bit.
So I'm interested to know now, because you didn't agree with a lot what Linda said about me. So now it's about you.
Yeah, no,
you only know your own self, don't you?
That is true. That is true. No, I agree with a lot of what you've said, Linda. And
thank you.
But it's very nice to hear, and like you say, it is very flattering. So thank you. It's nice. But there were some things maybe I wouldn't agree with. But you know, I like, and I would, look with interest to read what you've, the full reading that you've done.
Yeah.
At the end of the show. So thanks very much.
Pleasure.
I can't imagine there's any negatives on me, but.
I'd hate to disappoint you.
But
come on, what are they?
Everybody, there's negatives.
Well, what were my negatives? You didn't give me any negatives.
Stubborn.
Oh.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm Taurus.
Well, you can be very, very stubborn, and you can hang on, and you don't want to move on sometimes. And that can hold you back.
You stuck in a rut?
Well,
Yes,
not at the
I can do
moment.
that.
I seem to have
Got out your ruts.
I've got out of a rut and
Yeah.
gone straight into it, haven't I? Here,
So
but yeah.
That's great.
So I mean, we've had any
Yeah.
emails through.
Yeah,
yet?
well, we've been appealing for your emails all week about Friday the 13th and what you make of it. And
we were going to do them a bit later, but
we were going to do them a bit later. Richard,
I
can you
can't find them, no, because they're in my script for later,
But
I
I
think,
do-
so I'll have
yeah.
a look at them in a minute. But keep them coming in. info@mk-tv.tv. Anything. If you had a bad day today because it's Friday the 13th, or, if you're a bit superstitious, don't go under a ladder, that sort of thing. Or anything like that. Cats walking across you, hat off to a magpie. Are you superstitious, Mrs. Skeptic?
Of course I'm not.
No. So if I was driving you in the car and took my hat off to a magpie, you'd think I was a bit of an idiot.
I would think you were maybe a bit strange.
Well, Clive does. We've had an email through from Clive. Thanks very much. It's great to hear from you. Clive says he always says good morning to the magpie, or if he doesn't, bad things will happen.
See,
so there you go.
So that's two of us anyway.
Yeah.
I've been in a car where, because you feel a bit of a silly, don't you, if you're with somebody, And I always want to go out off to a magpie, and go, a magpie, in a way that they don't look. And
So
someone
you're
in
the
the
man
other,
who wears the flat cap in the car in front.
someone in the passenger seat, they did their own version, and we looked both silly to each other, and it was quite funny.
I have to say, I wouldn't say I was a superstitious person, but I always say touch wood, and if there's no wood about, it's obviously the head, isn't it? Or
Are
Richard's.
you superstitious, Linda?
Well, that's only come from
The 13.
the bad things that have happened to people. Move on and look to the positive. Don't be so negative.
And numerology, what is the purpose of it then? You've told us what is the... Just quickly summarise for me the purpose. Why do we need it?
The purpose is to guide and push and motivate people into a more positive frame of mind to go forward in life.
So positive, go forward in life. It's MK Tonight. Thank you very much.
Thanks.